Well, guys, for all the NIO longs, we're in for a little bit of a ride in these next few weeks. We have no idea what's going to happen, and you guys can see it after hours, 42.53. We're down 275.97%. Now, NIO is following suit with all of the other companies, and they will be joining Tesla. I think it was Li Auto, XPeng. All these guys announced that they're going to be selling off more shares, and NIO is no different. 69 million new shares will be coming into the U.S., and currently right now, if we go to the statistics, they have 1.36 billion. So it's not the worst case scenario here. It's really not that many shares if you look at it in that sense, but we should see a lot of downward pressure when we're already testing very scary levels here. We're going to be seeing a test of our support range of $40 to $42. This range here, the $42 to $80 or $48, this is a very important range. We just made a video a few hours ago, and I talked briefly at the end of that video about NIO and the price today, and I was very happy about it considering I bought a few shares this morning at a pretty cheap price. But that cheap price might be looking a little bit expensive come tomorrow, depending on how far we see downward pressure. Now, it really made sense as a business perspective, as a long in this company. I really don't have an issue with this. This is something that needed to be done with the evaluation that we're seeing here today. We're at a 40 times price to sales ratio. It has gone up tremendously over the past month, up to $60 billion nearly on market cap. And this is going to help us hopefully expand manufacturing. We want to get up to multiple hundreds of thousands of vehicles by 2021. And the only way they're going to do that is with money, of course. They're already on track to do 7,500 in January. If we were to just annualize that, that's about 100,000 next year. But it should be going up as the months continue on. And this exponential growth should continue on. Now, are these shares going to hurt us in the long term? I don't think so. In the short term, this is where you got to watch out. For anyone that's trying to short this stock or be long with this stock, you got to watch at this level right here. If we see it break this level, it could potentially break all the way down to the $30 range. If that happens, that's our buying opportunity, a strong buying opportunity. However, I'm probably going to be lightly buying on the way down. I like this range. I like this as a buy target at the 40, considering that my price target for the year is up in the $70s to $80 range at the end of 2021. That leaves me with a lot of room to go up. If we look at it actually in a percentage base, if I get my stocks averages at around 40 bucks and I see it going up to $60, $70, at minimum, we're talking 50% if it goes up to 60, and we're talking about 70% is my target price. So I would be happy with that any day of the week. So I'm lightly buying here. I believe in the growth of this company, and it needs a lot of cash on the balance sheet. Like currently right now, let's look at their cash on hand. So they have about $1 billion cash on hand, receivables another $2-3 billion. But we've seen how fast this cash has just gotten eaten away with all of the innovation that they are doing out in NIO. And it was time to raise some capital. I mean, they were looking a little bit dry compared to what they were 2 years ago. We don't know the details of this. We don't know how much money they're actually going to be raising or what the stock price is going to be that they are going to be selling off. Usually they sell off at a lower price. That's why I'm a little bit worried about the downward pressure with these shares. Similarly to Tesla, if we look at this week, once they announced that, it went up the preceding day after, but ever since then, we've seen it gone from 650 to 627. It just leads a lot of downward pressure, and it also makes the shareholders say, okay, they're raising money at this price, it must be a little overvalued. I mean, we already knew that with Tesla. It's a little bit pricey with how their revenue is right now. A lot of people are just long term on these EV stocks. I don't blame them. That's why we're in NIO together. But short term, it's impossible, guys. You can't try to short term like swing trade these stocks. You have no idea. If you're trying to lotto play, then maybe that could be possible. But we don't know what they're going to be selling these shares for. They're usually cheaper. So say they sell them at $10 less, $35, $30, okay? They're initializing 60 million new shares to the American stock market. So all this is doing for us current shareholders is we're getting diluted, okay? So that's why you see this downward pressure. If you don't know how that works, that's basically the gist of it. But guys, overall, let's just take a look at the entire market as a whole. So we can just see the entire EV market. We all see these peaks in every single one of them. NIO, Li Auto, Tesla, and of course XPeng. Everyone wants these shares to all become the next Tesla. There could only be so many EV market players, and that's without even including the current legacy automotive vehicles. They're going to be big players in the EV market. People are really underestimating that. As I've said before, I think BMW is going to be a huge player. Their innovation is being really just sidelined for the most part. Stocks like, of course, Tesla, NIO, these companies that are coming out being completely EV are getting a lot more hype because people want to do good for the world. People want the future to look good, of course. So, you know, these stock prices are going to be able to hit these really rapid highs, and it's going to be happening with all these stocks. And when they do happen, they tend to do a capital raise, such as Tesla back here whenever they had the stock split. Elon decided right about here that he was going to raise some more capital. They raised the capital, and look what happened to the stock price. It keeps happening, and we could see a similar retracement here. And all this is for us, guys, is a buying opportunity. So get your wallets ready, save up your money, get your money out of some stocks. If you are up big on some stocks, think it's a little bit too high, get out of those, guys, and wait for the dip and get into your EV stocks if you are long on EV. I see potential buying opportunities here with Tesla and NIO. These are my two EV plays. I don't really touch many of the other ones because these are the ones I'm bullish on the most, and these are the ones that I think could take the most market cap. NIO still has so much room to grow, so much room to grow. They're only at a $50-60 billion market cap. I would love to see this stock retrace to 30. It would be great for us longs. It would be fantastic. Short term, our accounts are going to be looking ugly, but long term, guys, this is the move here. At $30, we could retrace all the way back up to our price targets of around $60 to $70 on the year, and that's 100%, I mean 150% gainers. But our price target remains the same. This changes nothing. If anything, this raising of capital is going to help the business be able to push more money in, improve our manufacturing, get up to that few 100,000 manufactured cars. As we said, in 21, we're projected at around 100,000. If they remain at that 7,500 mark, I could see them scaling this up, including a few $1 billion that they're going to raise in cash here. All is good for NIO. Any time it goes down, you just keep buying more, just dollar cost average in, and our price target still remains the same at the $80-70 range. At the end of 21, if they're able to produce more than 100,000 cars, the stock price should have no problems pushing over $80. That for us, even if we're buying at a premium here, if it drops to $30, we would still make 100% by the end of year one. Guys, the market in general is just due for a pullback. The NASDAQ is due for a pullback. We can look at the whole yearly chart. Look, we're at all-time highs. We're waiting for these pullbacks, right? These pullbacks happen anytime we get a little bit over fluctuated. And right now we see that. We're at all-time highs. We're going to see a little bit of a pullback. Now, how big is it going to be? We don't know. We could go into 2021 and just have a market crash. You can't really tell that. That's why it's best to be long on positions whenever you are trying to be a consistent winner of the market. Even in downturn years, companies that are growing at exponential lengths are going to still have improved stock price. So guys, this is just a reminder to all of us in NIO. Stay strong out there. Buy. Sell other stocks if you need to. Get some money. Get ready. If it drops to 30, you might as well just remortgage your house. Obviously, I'm kidding. We got to stay diversified out here, but we got to pick our stocks. We got to pick the ones that are going to be the runners. And if you're trying to build exponential wealth, you got to find these plays. This is one of them, especially if we see a price drop further than it already has. I hope you guys appreciate this little market update for you guys. This is going to be big. We're going to see how much downward pressure, and we're going to see how resilient the buyers are right about now. If we resist even breaking below $40, this is going to be a massive, massive catalyst for the stock. I'll see you guys in the next one, though. Remember to subscribe. We are a new channel here. I want to hit 1,000 subscribers by January. So I would super duper appreciate it if you guys could subscribe to me. I'm trying to bring the most content to you guys, quality content that's going to help you out in the markets. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a fantastic rest of your day.